Barboza's not standing a chance with me.
Have you seen his clapback Thursdays?
Every week, every Thursday.
You tune in. First one on it.
I see the clapback Thursdays. It pops up every week.
Makes your fight bigger with Barboza, though.
100%. A lot of people sent to me a couple of weeks back when my name first got mentioned about the 5v5. I don't know if that's going to be a thing yet, but we're certainly on course to get this Barboza fight.
Indian, I see Jack Catterall's pressure, power, and pace being way too much for Arnold Barboza to handle. So we're going to see Arnold Barboza crumble under pressure, and we're also going to see Jack Catterall outwork and outland Arnold Barboza.
The upcoming clash between Jack Catterall and Arnold Barboza Jr. is shaping up to be a pivotal moment for both fighters. With the bout scheduled for February 15th in Manchester, this fight is not just about pride, but also an opportunity to cement their position as the mandatory challenger to Teofimo Lopez. Both fighters have showcased their unique strengths and contrasting styles, making this an intriguing matchup. Let's break down what's been said in the lead-up to this highly anticipated fight. Jack Catterall's statement, "Barboza is not going to stand a chance against me," sets the tone for the fight. Catterall's confidence stems from his technical skill set and his ability to adapt during fights. This bold proclamation highlights his belief in his power, precision, and strategy. For Catterall, this fight is another stepping stone toward proving himself as one of the best in the 140-pound division. His confidence isn't just talk. It's a reflection of his determination to dominate in the ring.
Barboza's not standing a chance with me.
Have you seen his clapback Thursdays?
Every week, every Thursday.
You tune in. First one on it.
I see the clapback Thursdays. It pops up every week.
Makes your fight bigger with Barboza, though.
100%. A lot of people sent to me a couple of weeks back when my name first got mentioned about the 5v5. I don't know if that's going to be a thing yet, but we're certainly on course to get this Barboza fight.
Arnold Barboza Jr. prides himself on his relentless work ethic, stating, "I'm not the strongest, fastest, or smartest, but no one can outlast me in the gym." This reveals the cornerstone of Barboza's success: sheer perseverance. While he may not excel in any one area, his stamina and dedication to training make him a formidable opponent. Barboza's ability to outwork his competition in preparation could be the key to overcoming Catterall's technical superiority.
Yeah, man, that's one thing I take pride in, like the weight cut, man, in Saudi was just so easy. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. I came in at 140 in the dot. I was all pumped up, man, and I've always taken pride, in my weight, my training, my work ethic, because I'm not the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, but I just think that no one really outworks me, in the gym. So I think that's what separates me from a lot of people.
Barboza's response to critics, "If they want to box, I can box. If they want to brawl, I can brawl," emphasizes his versatility. While he might not be exceptional in any single area, his ability to adapt to different fighting styles makes him unpredictable. This adaptability could pose a challenge for Catterall, who thrives on exploiting predictable patterns in his opponents.
Well, as far as your skills, some people say you do a lot of things very well, but you don't do anything particularly great. In your opinion, what do you feel you do great as far as your skills?
Man, you know what? Like I said, I take pride in being very diverse, man, doing everything good. You know what I'm saying? And so I can box. If I want to box, I can brawl when I want to brawl. Depends on his style. Depends on what I want to do. I do take the fight all the time. So I think that makes it difficult for a lot of fighters.
No, for sure.
Catterall versus Barboza Jr. is officially set to take place on February 15th in Manchester. The location, combined with the stakes of the fight, adds another layer of excitement to this matchup. Both fighters will be stepping into the ring with everything to prove, knowing that the outcome could define their careers.
Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. So Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barboza Jr. has been confirmed for the Co-op Live in Manchester, February the 15th. Who wins it and how? Let us know here on Boxing Media Hub. Thank you very much.
The WBO has announced this fight as an elimination bout, with the winner earning the title of mandatory challenger to Teofimo Lopez. This declaration increases the fight's significance, as the victor will gain a direct path to a world title shot. Both Catterall and Barboza understand the weight of this opportunity, adding more intensity to the fight.
February 15th, the WBO has officially called for an elimination bout. The winner of this fight will become the mandatory challenger to Teofimo Lopez, and the fight will be between Jack Catterall and Arnold Barboza Jr. Now,
Catterall's goal of becoming the best 140-pound fighter in the world is driven by his technical brilliance and sneaky punching power. His ability to combine skill with counterpunching makes him a dangerous opponent. This fight against Barboza is another chance for him to showcase why he is considered one of the most well-rounded fighters in the division.
Catterall, I think, is fight by fight proving himself to be one of the best 140-pounders in the world and one of the most well-rounded fighters just in boxing, because I mean the guy can obviously box his ass off. He's a great technical fighter, but then he has this sneaky punching power that he delivers in a lot of the times from counter punches.
Catterall has proven that he's more than just a technical fighter. He's also a puncher. Against Regis Prograis, many expected Prograis to dominate with power, but Catterall surprised everyone by landing the heavier, more effective shots. This element of surprise will likely play a crucial role in his strategy against Barboza.
Think of Catterall the puncher, and when he fought Regis Prograis, a lot of people were excited about the fight because they thought Prograis would be the bigger puncher, but it was actually Catterall in many instances in that fight that proved to be the bigger puncher.
Arnold Barboza Jr. comes into this fight fresh off the biggest win of his career against Jose Ramirez. Additionally, his controversial victory over Sean McComb demonstrated his resilience, even when critics questioned the outcome. These experiences have prepared him for the high stakes of facing Catterall.
Arnold Barboza Jr., who's coming off of the biggest win of his career against Jose Ramirez. The fight before that, when he fought the Irish fighter's name, who I can't remember right now, a lot of people thought he lost, including me.
Barboza's reputation as a consistent all-rounder, scoring around 7.5 or 8 out of 10 in most areas, makes him a tough competitor. While he doesn't specialize in any single aspect, his versatility allows him to adapt to various opponents. This adaptability will be critical as he faces Catterall's precision and power.
But Arnold Barboza Jr., he's been one of these fighters, like he's not really great at one thing, but he's really good, and he's good at everything. He's just well-rounded on the board. It's like out of 10, category-wise, he'd probably be like a 7.5 to an 8 on most places on the board for categories of a fighter.
Many analysts are leaning toward a decision victory for Catterall, but they acknowledge the tough challenge Barboza presents. This fight is expected to test both fighters' skills and endurance, with the winner earning a much-deserved shot at Teofimo Lopez. The stakes couldn't be higher.
I had to make gun to my head, I'm making a prediction. I'm going Catterall by decision, but it's gonna be a different challenge for him, a tough fight. I think it's definitely a tough fight.
Barboza has long sought a fight with Teofimo Lopez, but was overlooked in favor of less deserving challengers. Now, if he wins against Catterall, Lopez will be forced to either face him or vacate the title. This ironic twist adds fuel to Barboza's motivation, making this fight even more compelling.
And as far as like the winner of this fight fighting Teofimo Lopez or being his mandatory, I mean, it's funny because Barboza was at top rank for the longest time and was wanting that fight and couldn't get that fight. And now it's funny because if he wins, he's now the mandatory for Teofimo Lopez at 140. So Teofimo Lopez he would be in a position where he would either have to oblige Barboza and give him the shot, or vacate the belt. That's if Barboza wins.
Despite some critics labeling Barboza's style as less entertaining, Catterall's aggression and punching power promise to make this an exciting fight. Even if Barboza opts for a more conservative approach, Catterall's relentless style will ensure an action-packed contest.
Now this fight is going to be a crazy fight, not a boring one. I know most people might think that it's going to be boring due to Arnold Barboza, as he's not known for being the most entertaining fighter, but trust me, with Jack Catterall's power and style, there's no way a fight can be boring, because even if Arnold Barboza is playing it too safe and he's not bringing the action, Jack Catterall will make him fight back.
On paper, both fighters have similar records, but Catterall's power sets him apart. He has consistently shown the ability to hurt and drop opponents, which could prove decisive against Barboza. This power discrepancy might be the factor that determines the outcome of the fight.
Jack Catterall has a pretty similar record with 30 wins, 13 knockouts, and only 1 loss, but the difference is that Jack Catterall holds way more power, as he's managed to hurt and drop some of his latest opponents. So although Arnold Barboza Barboza is a solid boxer with pretty good defense and offense, I believe that he still levels below the top competition, especially compared to Jack Catterall, because Jack Catterall has actually fought some pretty big and well-known names, and he has performed well against them.
Catterall's ability to maintain a high pace and apply pressure could be overwhelming for Barboza. If Barboza struggles to handle this intensity, he risks being outworked and outlanded. This dynamic will likely play a significant role in how the fight unfolds.
So in the end, I see Jack Catterall's pressure, power, and pace being way too much for Arnold Barboza to handle. So we're going to see Arnold Barboza crumble under pressure, and we're also going to see Jack Catterall all work and outland Arnold Barboza.
Barboza's frustrations over being overlooked by Lopez for years have added an emotional edge to this fight. His comments about Lopez fighting unranked opponents highlight his hunger to prove himself. A win against Catterall would not only validate his claims, but also position him for the title shot he's long desired.
It's like, man, I wish they would enforce the rule, because if you look at the last 3 or 4 opponents that Teal's fought, they haven't been no one in the top 5 in the WBO. You know, you got Jermaine Ortiz, who was like number 8. You know, then they had Steve Claggett, bro, who had 7 losses. They had a rank like the last month, you know, for him to fight him. You know, it's like, bro, like, you know, you're talking about I've been number 1, you know, for the past 2 years, and you can't tell this dude to fight his number 1 guy, or at least the number 2 guy, like. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you know, he's doing whatever he wants, you know, and he doesn't have a dance partner. He says supposedly Haney turned it down, and Cambosa turned it down. But bro, I'm here, like fight a number 1 guy. You fight the number 1 guy, man.
Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barboza Jr. is more than just a fight. It's a career-defining moment for both boxers. With a shot at Teofimo Lopez on the line, the stakes couldn't be higher. As fans, we can expect a thrilling contest filled with drama and intensity. Don't miss this electrifying bout on February 15th in Manchester. For more updates, analysis, and exclusive content, stay tuned to Boxy Hub, your ultimate destination for boxing news.